man, shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shoot my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors. And here we go in prime time. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Take go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
60 Maverick. Take 19 Lion. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Now Daniels to throw. Completes one and Ben's hit it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Daniels on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wishnowsky out to boot it away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Off 5, 1st and 10.
Check.
Putting a receiver in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Ready?
They give it to him again. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready?
Another carry for him. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Ready? Take off.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Offense up to the line fast. Back-to-back carries here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Has the connection to right. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, set.
They send a tight end in motion. On first down, they'll run. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Man in motion, out of the slot. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. From the red zone now. This one's caught. He has the San Francisco touchdown. This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or it gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game today, they've got to do it as a runner, and they got to do it as a receiver.
Mooney knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 34. It's caught right side by Johnson. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. And up.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Hits his running back. Racing down the left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders hold a slim 2-point lead early. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Has it downfield working the left. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Receiver in motion, headed right. From the gun on third down. That's complete. Here's Brown. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pearsall there to grab it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line. They'll send him over right. Throwing on third and long. He'll get this one to Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Give now to the running back. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with third and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Daniels throwing on third. Forced out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Daniels from the pistol. Able to find Dotson here. It's inside the 10. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Wright reels it in. Stiff arm success. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Kittle brings it in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Hand off to the back. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The 49ers working here. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
Here we go. Set up.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back to the well again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They kick the running back in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Back 60. Go.
Working inside the red zone. almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face second down. Pass play coming here. That throw finds Pickens. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it down close. Touchdown, San Francisco. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers make it 17 all. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. That's one he knows he should have had. So 2nd down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He's going deep. And it is picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That throw finds Kittle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. straight ahead. It's Brown. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, check that. Go.
They'll run here on first down. Escapes a defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he goes out a little short of the 40. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Diving right side, got it! And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be a denial of a touchdown.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, they'll run. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Working quickly here. 2nd and 10 now. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. A tight end in motion now. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A gain of 6, and that brings up an interesting 4th and short call.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They send a receiver in motion right. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Finding Pearsall. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Running back sent in motion. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
QB sneak coming. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. Gonna keep this one and go. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The 49ers cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers bring it back to even. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Trying the right side. It's a pickup of 26. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. To throw, Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Man in motion here. 1st down from the red zone. Flush down now to his left. Now, and they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll throw it into the hands of Kittle. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. They're going play action. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Slot man motioned over. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Go!
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Back to throw it. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On now comes their punter. And this will come from just inside his end zone. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the 49ers will go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Second and 15. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game up. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Shut up.
Now a give running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Check out.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now. Ready.
He's back to throw. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Go.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Kittle brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Ready up.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. Hut.
Here's Daniels. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trail by just a point in the 4th. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Brown with a return here. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. 49ers don't want to see this one go to overtime. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Here he is to throw. That throw finds Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the long back on the handoff. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Pearsall there to grab it. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. Trying for a touchdown here. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And finally, Brock,